This is the number one freest thing you could ever do. And I'm almost embarrassed to say it took me over a decade to figure out. You're cutting firewood. You've got 12, 16, 20, 48, 36-inch lengths, whatever. Someone's using a boiler, a small wood stove, or yours. 16, let's say, is the most common. All you got to do is you just have to measure from the tip of your bar to here to make it 16 inches. This one right here is 12.
Got a Sharpie. This is why it's free, guys, because you already have a tape. You already have a tape. And you already have a Sharpie. That's all you gotta do, guys. There's 16 inches. Roll over on the tip. Whatever, finish your cut, it doesn't matter. Pretty flush, guys. Pretty flush. Our test subject says 15 3/4 inches.
Brush. Compressed air clean. Make sure you're wearing glasses and stuff. Right? Brake clean. Wipe it off so that you get a good adherence of your marker. You know what I mean?
All right. We're doing it. Let's do this. Okay, my friends. I was on YouTube yesterday and
I saw a number one hack for chainsaws. You know, this is it's less than $1 and it's the best thing you could ever do. And I'm like, come on, you got me. I have 3 minutes to give you a shot. And no disrespect to the producer. I think he solved his problem and I think he was quite happy with it. But I'm looking at it and going, no, I've already beaten this to the punch here. So that's exactly why I'm making this. This is the number one freest thing you could ever do. And I'm almost embarrassed to say it took me over a decade to figure out. But here we are nonetheless. So check it out. You're cutting firewood. You've got 12, 16, 20, 48, 36-inch lengths, whatever. Someone's using a boiler, a small wood stove, or yours. 16, let's say, is the most common. And what you're doing is you got to get that right. So you got a tape on your belt, or you've got some measuring sticks, some predetermined unit. You don't have to do all that. It's way, way easier. And you don't have to do what this guy did, which is a magnet on the end of a pipe on the end of his bar so that he could... Don't think twice. So, okay, first off, this saw, 2 years into production. It's a Stihl MS-170. This is not a fancy saw. They're cheap, but they also fall off tractors, tailgates, so on. They break, they go hunting, so on and so forth. This saw works really great. All you got to do is you just have to measure from the tip of your bar to here to make it 16 inches. This one right here is 12. If you're going to do 48, this is going to be hard to do no matter what. And you're going to find a different unit. And you certainly won't be using some bolt-on majigger over there. So this 12-inch, you're like, oh, it's wearing off. Yeah, that's like 2 years later. Don't worry about it. So what we're going to do in a snapshot here today is we're just going to prep these saws and make that happen. So we've got my 550i or whatever it is. It's EFI fuel injected. This thing's an animal. I've got my backup saw here for camp and my regular go-to here. We're felling a lot of poplar at 18 inches. These saws are perfect for that. They're light. I upgrade the chain, right? So it doesn't have that little tiny skinny thing on there that it doesn't hold up. But a sharp chain can handle bigger wood with less CCs. That's kind of how that goes. So anyways, I got the head cam on here. Let's take a really quick look at how to do this, and I'll do one of these after. I hope it helps.
Okay, so let's assume Mr. GoPro is still picking up the audio. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll that saw over. Brushy, brushy. This is a polymer brush, not a metal one. And we're going to do the dance. Right. Okay, cool. We grab our compressed air. I'm wearing safety glasses. FYI, everybody. Our good friend brake cleaner in a rag. Cool. Get that oil off because you can't do very much with oil on there. Get that off there. And you can see it stripping some of my previous work. I should hope so. That means it's doing its job. Boom, one's ready to go. This. Couple different methods. I got a Sharpie. This is why it's free, guys, because you already have a tape. You already have a tape. And you already have a Sharpie. And I mean, I don't know, what else? Just pick whatever you want. You want to call that out at 19 inches? It doesn't matter. Call that 12, whatever. It doesn't matter. I like doing stuff like this. So, you know, this is just me kind of eyeing it out. And then so you can do this a couple different ways. You can quite simply just color it in as such. Now you might know it's 12, maybe you have someone doing this for you and they don't know it's 12. Whatever. If you want to roll your bar or if you sand them flat, that's all good. And you just kind of have to do this. That's all you got to do, guys. I mean, I've never done the paint thing. I'm just saying, like, you have alternatives. You can choose kind of whatever you want. Right? You can put it on there like that. I mean, I think the permanent marker is best, but whatever they painted this bar with will last a long time too. So, I mean, it's entirely your choice. It's also spring and 5 degrees out today, so I'm not expecting that to bond the best, but I just wanted to say, like, take your pick. Just take In fact, let's go cut down a tree. I'll show you what it's all about. No problem. Is that happy there? All right, let's go. Let's go cut down a tree. This all looks pretty good. So I've got a pretty nice maple and a pine. I certainly don't need this tree right here, so let's get him out of the way, and let's face it, he's leaning to the south, so good, there's our friend. So how can I do this? There's 16 inches. Roll over on the tip. Whatever, finish your cut, it doesn't matter. Here's a fun trick too, rather than putting your saw down in the... There you go. Pretty flush, guys. Pretty flush. So let's see how that worked out. Our test subject says 15 3/4 inches. No brainer, guys. It's seconds. Seconds to do it. Okay, so I did most of this one with the GoPro. I haven't done it in a while though, so I'm just going to make this quick little recap to
Make sure that I'm happy about it. But end of the day, what was brush, compressed air clean. Make sure you're wearing glasses and stuff. Right, brake clean, wipe it off so that you get a good adherence of your marker. You know what I mean? Right? We did a little bit with Tremclad. We did it on that one. 16 inch on the bar. I feel like the paint will wear off sooner. I kind of like the marker because it's just so easy and fast. Colored in. You could even go over it twice. And then we went out, we fell a tree, right, on the GoPro. And used the tip of bar to line marker. And then we lined them all up. They were perfect. And then we put the tape on. Only to learn that we're at, well, 15 and a half, whatever. Maybe the kerf added up after a couple cuts. Guys, figure it out, eh? This is easy stuff. So I hope that helps everybody with a saw who's trying to do firewood or something. I did put 12 on this one because I have a small wood stove. That's a good one to have on there. And that'll last, oh geez, longer than you care for the amount of effort that goes into it. Let's put it that way. So at the end of the day, let's just chalk it up as a win, huh? Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.